Hey, welcome to SARA Stories. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments where in the world are you watching from. Before you judge me, I need you to listen. Not because I deserve your sympathy, but because my story is proof that one choice, one moment, can destroy everything you love. Yes, I cheated on my husband, but not just with anyone. I crossed a line I can never uncross. I betrayed Jake with his own father. And the worst part? It was all caught on camera. This isn't just a confession. It's the most painful truth I've ever had to speak. Please, if you're watching this, I want you to stay till the end. You might hate me, but I want you to understand how I got here. Jake and I had been married for 4 years. On paper, we were perfect. He was the hardworking, successful type. Quiet, reserved, stable. I was the supportive wife, managing the home, cooking, smiling when people asked how we were doing. But the truth? We were distant, emotionally disconnected. He was always working. I was always alone. That's when Richard, Jake's father, came to stay. Richard had just finalized his divorce. He was heartbroken, looking for comfort, and Jake offered him our guest room. He didn't ask me, just told me he was coming. At first, I was cold. I didn't want someone else in the house invading my already lonely routine. But Richard surprised me. He wasn't like Jake. He noticed the little things. When I wore a new dress, when I changed my hair, he laughed at my jokes. He remembered my birthday. One afternoon, I was in the kitchen baking. Richard came in, grabbed a spoon, and tasted the batter. "You know," he said, "Jake's lucky. You're amazing." I blushed. I hadn't heard a compliment like that in months. I should have pulled back, should have seen the warning signs. But I was starving for attention, and he kept feeding it to me. One night, Jake left for a 3-day business trip. I was alone with Richard. I made dinner. He brought wine. We talked for hours. "You deserve better," he said. I looked into his eyes, and for a moment, the world went quiet. We kissed. It felt wrong, but it also felt like I was finally alive. That kiss led to a spiral. Over the next few weeks, Richard and I crossed every line imaginable. We met late at night in the living room, sometimes in the guest room, once, in Jake's car. It was reckless, dangerous, and I told myself lies to justify it. Jake doesn't care. He wouldn't notice even if he knew. But Jake had noticed. Months ago, after a string of break-ins in our neighborhood, he installed a small nanny cam in the living room, hidden behind a picture frame. I didn't know. Richard didn't either. And one night, the camera caught everything. Jake returned from his trip early. I was asleep when he came home. The next morning, I walked into the living room and saw the TV on. He was sitting there, silent, eyes red. On the screen, a video played. It was me and Richard, kissing, laughing, touching. My heart stopped. My knees buckled. I remember whispering, "Jake, But he didn't say a word. He stood up, picked up his keys, and walked out. I sat there in silence, frozen, ashamed, horrified. The next day, Richard tried to speak to Jake. I watched from the kitchen window as my husband punched his own father. It was over. Jake filed for divorce within a week. The news spread like wildfire. His family cut ties with me. My own parents were disgusted. Our friends, gone. I moved out, tried to rebuild my life. But everywhere I went, people whispered, "Isn't that the woman who cheated with her father-in-law?" I lost my job because of the scandal. No one wanted to be associated with me. Richard moved out of state, changed his number. I haven't spoken to him since. And Jake, I still have dreams about him. In those dreams, we're happy, whole. I wake up crying. To anyone watching this who thinks about cheating or thinks the grass might be greener, please stop. Think of the destruction, the shame, the irreversible damage. I destroyed a man who loved me, a family, a future. Was it worth it? No, not even close. This story isn't just about a betrayal. It's about regret that follows you like a shadow. It never leaves. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Thank you for hearing me out. If you have thoughts, if you've been through something similar, I want to hear from you. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you think redemption is possible, or if some mistakes are just unforgivable. And if this story made you feel something, please like the video and share it. Maybe it will stop someone from making the same mistake I did, because once you cross a line like that, there's no going back.